Yo, I'm Micks Mowers and Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on this nice little Hayter 41. It's quite an old machine, to be fair. It's not a young girl. She's, how old is she? She is probably older than Pete Froud. 2000 and something. I'll say about 2002. That's what I'd say. So, gentleman rang me up. He uses this on a semi-commercial basis, and he said all of a sudden he hit something. He said I hit a trampoline spring. That's what he hit, and the height control just dropped to the floor. Okay, so when I rang him up, I said no problem, that's fine. It sounds like your height adjustment bar has snapped. One of these things. They're about 15 quid off of eBay. I said, yeah, okay, no problem, it's fine. Bring it down. I said, but also bring me that trampoline spring that you ran over as well. I said, it's quite important. And he said, I threw it in the bin. I said, well, mate, you need to go and get it, otherwise it's going to cost you about another £10, £15 for a new spring. Because this trampoline spring, although it looks like a trampoline spring, it's actually not. This actually belongs to the mower. So what happened was the height adjustment bar snapped, because they snapped right on that elbow just there. It's a known point for these. What they should have done, as what we did a bit later on, is they actually had a straight bar with a little tiny ear welded to it with an eyelet on it. So this spring actually, it hooks onto there like so, and then that hooks onto the back of the mower. I'll show you that in this video. So it didn't actually just hit that, and that was the cause of it. This snapped first, then the spring fell out. Anyway, he turned up, and half of the bits were missing, so we had to go back home again, because he's had a bit of a fiddle, and hopefully he's bought all the bits. So I've got the handle. Yeah, I've got the handle, got 2 bolts, and I've got the spring, and I've got all the stuff in there. So I've got all the bits now to fix this machine for him. I was hoping to get this done today, but because of the bits and pieces, I wasn't able to. However, I've just been doing a video on a hover mower, which was going to take up my afternoon. Turns out that hover mower was terminal. So now, after the hover mower quick diagnosis, I've actually now got time to get on and do this this mower. Repair first, get the height adjustment working, and then I should then go and do a standard service, okay? I probably won't video the service, I'll probably just video just a repair. I've got lots of videos on my channel how to service these Hayter engines. I'll try and leave a link up in the top corner now, and also try and leave a link to a service on a Hayter mower at the end of the video as well for you. So, if it's the first time you're watching Micks Mowers and Mower Man, hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be able to upload a video, and without further ado, let's get down and dirty, and let's get this Hayter 41 height control back working. So the first thing to do with this Hayter 41, because the height adjustment isn't working, and you can tell it just by, I can lift the mower up, the roller comes up, right, and it just falls straight back onto its arse, okay? That's not doing anything. He's taking the handle off that. We need to go back on before we finish fitting the bar in place, because there's a spring inside here which catches on the bar. But it is a good idea just to undo the 2 bolts on here, remove the handle off. It will help you to fix this machine. So I want to remove the front wheel also, just because it helps you to remove the other side of the bar. Okay, so you can just remove the front wheel, and the reason we're doing that is because the height adjustment bar is located here, and you want to just to remove that a bit later on. So someone's actually put a Phillips screw in there. I've never ever seen that before. That's a new one on me. So someone actually put a Phillips screw. It works. Put a Phillips screw in the end of that. I would normally just put a big split pin in there, but someone's actually wound a screw in there. Let's take that out. Oh, it's actually not a bad little fix, I suppose. Right, put that there. And then you can just remove this bar, tap that out with a little tiny tapping hammer. Let's get a tapping hammer. Tap that bar out. And then out comes the bar there, right? So remove the bar. Now, the new bar, that's going to go in this way, okay? Now, it goes in like so, because it's got to fit in that arm there. So that's how it goes in. And then it's got to lock through a bracket at the back, which I'll show you shortly. So I'm going to push this all the way through, just poke it up in, and then push this bar onto there. Now that will have to have a circlip on there later on, but that won't have a screw. It'll have a circlip on there, or star clip. Now I can tip my mower onto its side, all the way over, which will be carburetor side down. We can't odds that, because we have to fix the machine. So any fuel that comes out, that's just what it is. And we're not worried, we're going to service it anyway later on. So let me bring you around the other side so I can show you where this bracket goes on, and then we'll go from there. Right, so now we're inside the mower, and there's the bar. There it is there. We need to connect onto this bracketry at the back here, okay? What you might have to do is just tip this, tip the wheels over a little bit, okay? Just so they're in the right position, okay? Otherwise, what will happen is, when you try to fit this bar on, you won't be able to because the wheels have gone too far back, okay? Let's just relocate that bar into there just for now. So it wants to sit something like that, okay? All right. So now what we can do, we can now just tip this this lever forward. Now, just up inside here, there's 2 holes, right? There's one just there. There's one hole, okay? And there's another hole further up the line, just about there. I'll try and show you. So there's the first hole, okay? And then the second hole is just up there. Now that's the hole, that bar, which is located here. That bar needs to go in the second hole, the one here, look. That one there, that's where it's got. It does not go in that one there, it goes in that one there. And all you want to do is just push that round, right, and then literally just manipulate this bar down into position. I'm trying to do this one-handed, it's not going to happen, so I need to go onto a tripod for you guys, because otherwise I'm just going to lose the will to live, because I can't physically do it one-handed. Just manipulate that arm over, and then just lift that bar into place. It's a bit of a fiddle, just through lack of space. Now you can remove the roller to fix this, but you don't always have to. I get in there. Where's to all? There it goes. Right, now it's in. Right, so that's now into position. Okay, so we're all locked into position. It just fell out because we've got to put a circlip in there, a circlip on there as well. Okay, now that's quite a hard one to do. What you can do is remove it from the front side and then bring this bracket all the way back. So you can just remove it, disconnect it from the front, and then bring it all the way to the back. Now, what you can do is now you can now bring this all the way back here like this, and put your circlip on now. I would highly recommend doing that right now, okay? Get your circlip on, into position, okay? Bash that on. What you can do is you can just get put a block underneath this just to hold it up and just put your circlip on. Let me get that done, and I'll come back to you once I've done so. Right, so, now, I might have made a bit of mistake in the video. I'm not quite sure yet. I will find it out in a minute, right? But I have now drilled and put a split pin through that side, and I've now drilled and put a split pin on the back there. Okay, now you have to do it with this roller all the way back. Now once that's all done, that pin's in place and that pin's in place, you can then just squeeze here, just with your finger and thumb, squeeze this roller up, and then you can then fit your washer on. Now I might have made a mistake in the video, guys. If I have, I do apologise. And I will try and just show you how to do that quickly now by taking it all apart to show you. Right, so my bar is now in situ, right? And all I've done here, guys, is literally, I've drilled I had no star clip, so what I've done is I just drilled it, right? And then put a washer behind and then a split pin behind that. That's all I've done. Nothing you guys and girls can't do. I've also done the same to the front of the mower. Now, the front of the mower, at the moment, that's not connected, okay? That's not on anything at all. So this roller assembly is free to move. Now is the important bit. You will now get this trampoline spring, which isn't a trampoline spring, it actually belongs on this mower, and you now want to hook that up onto the bar and then hook that up onto this bolt at the back. Once you've got it all hooked in place like so, there it is there, so that's all now in place. Just make sure it goes around the right way, because if it doesn't, then it'll come off. So let's just hook it back on. Oh, there you go there. So that's now in place, right? That spring's now in place where it needs to be. Let me just try and steady the camera so you guys and girls can see. And you can now put tension on that spring by pushing this roller towards the back of the lawnmower, okay? So that's easy. That's that bit done. Now the next bit to do will be to connect up the front side of the bar onto the bracket here. Now I have drilled here as well. So now what you want to do is with one hand, and you can, this can be done one-handed, literally grab hold of your thumb, and then you want to grab hold of the back of this mower just here. So just grab it by the thumb and mower, and just grab that like that. I've got that in one hand. There's the movement there, right? So now, once you've got that there, hold that in place. And then with the other side of the other hand, sorry, you now just want to grab this bar and just gently manoeuvre it into position and then squeeze with the other hand so that you can just literally manoeuvre it up into place, and there it is there. And that's how easy that is. Now all I've now got to do is find a washer, which I had here a minute ago, because what happened was I recorded it and I didn't actually record it, I didn't actually hit the button. So now I can get my washer, put that into position. There it goes. I can then grab a split pin. It's the second time I'm doing it today. Grab a split pin, put that through. And get it to fit one way or the other. Okay. That goes in. I can then bend that up, put it into position, and then just grab some snippers. Don't no one catch themselves on this, so just cut that off nice and flush. That ain't going nowhere. And now we've got the actual mower now in its tensioned position, okay, which is nice. Now I can take the lawnmower onto its wheels and roller, because now we've got to set the height control on the actual machine, and you do that by replacing the height control lever. This isn't for service, so all this string behind it, that's what will come out yet. That's what we've done later on, so I'll do it later. Let's now put the wheel on. That's one of the important things to go back on. Put the wheel back on. I've got a nut for that. I can't find a wheel. Why is it? Well, at the moment, I've been working in it, right, guys? I've been working in it, and as soon as I put something down, it's as if there's a gremlin in here. The second I put something down, he moves it. Where's the wheel gone? How'd you lose a lawnmower wheel? Here it's down here. Right. Just having one of them weeks at the moment. Put something down, it disappears. So I'm just going to do that little wheel up, just loosey-goosey for now. I'll nick it up in a bit. So I'm going to tip the lawnmower up onto its wheels and roller. Which will be nice. Nice. Now what you'll find is the lawnmower will actually now stay up in a position, right? But it's spring-loaded, so it always wants to be in the high position. Okay? And that can be remedied by fitting the height adjustment handle, which we'll do next. Right, so I've got my bag of bits here, which the bloke gave me. Let's just get it all out. There should be about 4 bits, 3 or 4 bits. Now, where's the screws to this film? Right, here we go. Right, here's the screws. Right, so you've got this green lever and the spring that goes up inside that, right? And then you've got this little tiny bit here. Now that spring will go right up inside there. Right, and sits in that little tiny slider, and it should do that. Right, now with that in position, we can now just offer that in. Just offer it into position, but don't push it all the way home yet. Okay, so this is up high at the moment. Now, push the height control down, and then push the lever in, and it will lock. And when you activate the lever, you can then move it up and down. Okay, now if you do it too early, like in the high position, push it down here now, it will lock and it won't go any further. See how it's locked? It has to go down. Inside here, there's a set of teeth. Okay, let me just take that out. There's a set of teeth just inside here. You'll see it in a second. Right, there you go. There's a teeth. See them teeth just in here? It's a set of teeth. Now, if you push it in too early, it'll go behind this one. Behind. It's trying so hard to get an angle. There. It'll go in this side of that lug, and you want it to go the other side of it in the teeth side. So I'm just going to set that again for you. Lots of people make this mistake when doing this. Is they put it they put it in too early. Right. That's a mistake lots of people make, don't they? So we're going to just offer it in this end here first, right? Just sit it in place, and then there's the lug. I can see the lug. Let me try and get in just a touch closer if I can, if I dare get me any closer. Right, there's the lug just there. Let me try and get it for you, just so you guys and girls can see it. I don't want you guys to say you didn't see it. Right, there's the lug there. I can see it, right? And you can see it move down. So now once it's moved down past the lug, we can now push that bit in. Right, and I know that that's now in position, right? Once it's in position, you've then got count them, 2 screws then to fit in, and you need to make sure that that now does not slip past that lug, right? That's locked in place. So now I can put 1 screw in there, grab a Phillips screwdriver, and I had one here earlier, because I was outside mucking about with it. I don't think I left it outside. I might put it back in the box, to be fair, Mick. I might put it back in the box. I had one out there earlier when I was mucking about with a Honda. Is that it there? No, it's flatted. It's quite a big fizzy, quite a big Phillips these are. Warm in this shed today. I can now put that screw down, start that one off. I've got too tight to begin with. I've got another screw here. That can go down to its little tiny home just down in there. Now, as long as you've set it right, you should now have full movement of the height adjustment. So, I basically have a Phillips there right in front of me. So now that's locked, right? You can see that handle is moving. So now when we activate that handle, it should now drop down, lock into a lower position, move the handle and raise up. There it goes. Yeah, full activation. And that, my friends, is how you fix your height adjustment bar on your Hayter 41. 48s are very, very similar, actually, especially the older style ones. But that's how you do it. A new bar will cost you around about 10 to 15 quid, depending on where you get. It can go as high as 25 quid. But I would recommend taking the handle, this handle off first. Remove these screws, the 2 screws. Take that handle off. You've got the handle, the little tiny catch and the spring, and then the 2 screws. Take that off first, okay, before you even attempt this project, because that will give you the movement in the front axle and the rear roller assembly. Once that's done, just follow the steps in the video, and I hope it does help. If it has helped you out, right, be honest, give us a thumbs up and hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell, because it does help towards the algorithm of my channel. I'm nearly at 30,000 subscribers. Been working for 5 years now on this channel. And we're getting there slowly, guys. It's a slow but steady progress, and we are winning. So yeah, I'm doing well. So that's good. One Hayter 41 height control now done. This machine's now going to have a full service because it's not had one for about 2 years. I don't even know if it runs. Hopefully it will do. So have an all changed, new pull cord, blade sharp and balance, all cleaned up, all oiled up, air filter, spark plug, all that sort of yummy stuff. And it can hopefully get it done today, and that can go back to the gentleman tomorrow, because he uses this machine for mowing his gardens and some commercial stuff, so he wants his mower back ASAP. And I've also got a FS38, which he's got me to do, but I'm waiting on carburetors for that, so that'll have to wait. So there you go, nice little video for you there. If you did like this video, as I say, give us a thumbs up, and I look forward to you guys next time. Micks Mowers very, very soon. But don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.